Hello YouTube, my name is Larceny. I am a Holy Pally from the Misha server, which is a PvE server, and I wanted to make this first video on how to spec a PvP Holy Pally in the new patch 4.0.6a. So a little bit of history about me. I am a Holy Pally that has been playing for about, I want to say maybe 2-3 years. I tried Ret at first, didn't like it, got into Holy, fell in love with it, and I've been playing Holy ever since for PvE and PvP. As you can see, I'm decently geared. I have a couple bloodthirsty pieces still, mostly vicious, still getting there, still trying to get, the rest of my conquest points rolled in. I do threes and twos at the moment. My threes team is Shatterplay, which is Frost Mage, Affliction Lock, and Holy Pally. I do twos just for fun, with mostly this Frost Mage that I do threes with. And the spec I have found, I've done a little bit of research on, and I found a couple different specs that a lot of people have been using. And this spec that I've been tinkering with has actually helped out a lot during threes, during twos. It's mostly meant for threes, but it's worked pretty well for both. So let's get started. I started off first with the Judgments of the Pure. Any Holy Pally should get this because it does increase your casting haste by 9% for 1 minute every time you throw a judgment. That is really awesome. Does help put out your heals a little bit faster. I went into the Protector of the Innocent in order to help heal myself when I'm healing any of my other party members, along with having Beacon of Light on myself. Usually I do. I did not get Arbiter of the Light. That seems more of a ret kind of thing. I do my judgments, but the critical effect chance of judgments and Templar's Verdict was not really worth it for me as Holy, so I decided not to get it. You can get it. I've not seen many Holy Pallies with it. It's not really kind of worth it for us. I went to get 2 points in Last Word, which gives your Word of Glory a 60% chance to increase the critical effect chance, right? At 35% or less health. It does help when your party members are low. That way you have a better chance to crit with your Word of Glory. Somebody's taking a lot of damage, they get low. Your Word of Glory has a bigger chance to crit. Does save a lot of party members. I got 3 in the Clarity of Purpose, which will reduce the cast time of Holy Light and Divine Light by 0.5 seconds. Does help. I use both a lot. And it does, help with when you have Infusion of Light procced on top of that. Blazing Light I decided not to get. It's more of a twos kind of thing. I've seen people with it. But for threes I have not used Holy Shock or Exorcism on other players. I usually don't have time. I usually focus more on healing and trying to interrupt healers and use my Hammer of Justice wisely on healers and that kind of stuff. I did not get Divine Favor. A lot of people, some people do get it just because of this haste and the crits and extra cooldown to help. I decided my points would be better used elsewhere, so I decided not to get it. Denounce, same thing. A lot of people use it for twos when they have a chance to exo spam. I decided not to use it because I usually don't have time to exo spam at all, and I wanted to use the points somewhere else. So, I mean, you can get it if you really want to just do twos, but some Holy Palace don't even have time. Depends on the comp you're doing in three. Some comps, all play TSG, stuff like that. Some of them won't take as much damage, so you might have a little more time to be able to throw a little bit of exorcism out there, but I decided not to. I did get Infusion of Light. Any Holy Pally should have this. Every time you have a 10% chance when your Holy Shock crits that your next Divine Light, Holy Light the cast time is reduced by 1.5 seconds. You should get that. Infusion of Light does proc a lot, and your Holy Shock is your bread and butter. You should use it all the time. And that Infusion of Light is a really big help for people taking massive amounts of damage or just getting an easy Holy Light off, which does not cost that much mana. I got Daybreak because Daybreak is a very good tool just to have a double Holy Shock. When my Flash of Light, Holy Light, and Divine Light, that's a 20% chance to make a next Holy Shot not trigger a cooldown. That's pretty good. Just, it helps proc the Infusion of Light, so I wanted to get that as well. I only got one into Enlightened Judgments. I didn't think it was too much important to have the hit. I have the hit only just so I can make sure people don't get out of combat. A lot of healers like to go try to run behind pillars and stuff and drink and whatnot. and I decided to get that just so that way I can make sure that they don't do that. Beacon of Light, every Holy Pally should have it. It's got a little bit of a nerf. Only does 50% of the heals, but 50% is better than 100% of nothing. So Speed of Light I only got for the 3% spell haste. People getting on and offline a real ID here. The 3% spell haste does help when I'm trying to put out heals. Holy Radiance I use every once in a while if, I have a warrior or something slowing me down, taking a good amount of damage. I can Hand of Freedom and use that to get away from them real quick while my partners try to, fear them off me or slow them down, anything like that. Sacred Cleansing you do want, so that way you can cleanse off fears, sheeps, anything else like that, magic on your partners. I got 2 into Paragon of Virtue only because I use my Divine Protection a lot, and so do I use my Hand of Sacrifice. My Hand of Sacrifice I use a lot on my teammates, and the Divine Protection just helps on you, and having the wings every 2 minutes really is help. Every Holy Pally should have Aura Mastery. I like it because I do switch auras a lot depending on what kind of team we are facing. If we face a TSG team, I can switch over to Devotion Aura and then pop that. If we're taking a good amount of damage, it does reduce, the damage from a, warrior, and the warriors are really hard hitting along, with anything, feral, or Brett Pallies, anything like that. Conviction I got because it does stack up a lot because of my crits. Gives you a 3% damage bonus stacking up to, 3 times. That's pretty good. So that's 9% increased to healing, every time you crit. That's pretty good. So I decided to get that. I got 3 in Tower of Radiance because I do heal myself when nobody's taking damage. I throw some kind of, anything, Flash of Light, Divine Light. I try to heal myself as much as I can when I'm taking damage, and it also helps when you're taking a massive amount of damage as a Holy Pally. You heal yourself, you gain more Holy Power, it increases your chance to stay alive. I only got 1 point in Blessed Life because I realized as a Shatter play they usually don't try to go for me. I mean, the 50% chance is enough, along with my Pursuit of Justice that I spec for as well, which I will get into here in a little bit. So I only decided to get 1 point in that. I also only got 1 point in Divinity. I wanted to use my points more towards the Ret tree, and I'll explain that. But 2% is a little bit of help. You want to get Eternal Glory because Eternal Glory has a 30% chance to not consume your Holy Power when you use Word of Glory. That is a very big save for you because if you use Word of Glory, a 30% chance to get all that Holy Power back instantly like that. Yeah, say you crit for 30, I crit for 30k sometimes on my Word of Glory, even sometimes lower, but still, if I can do that twice, 60k health, that's a good amount of health back. That's instant heal, free, no mana, that's really will help you out. Then I went into the Ret tree to get Crusade. The reason I got Crusade was because it increases the healing of my Holy Shock by 30%. That's the only reason I got it, just so that way, my Holy Shock does a good more amount when I use it, and I do use it a lot to gain the Infusion of Light proc. I got the Improved Judgments just so that way I can get people from far away. I don't have to really go running in there and getting next to somebody to throw my Judgment, because my Judgment with Seal of Insight on me gives me mana back. And also I use it for when a healer tries to go behind a pillar, I can, still stay a pretty good amount of distance away from them, but still throw a Judgment so that way they don't have enough time to drink or something stupid. This is where I found a lot of problems with this spec in these 2 places. A lot of people either got Pursuit of Justice or Guardian's Favor. Both are very good, for 2s or 3s. I decided to stick with Pursuit of Justice only because of my comp. I don't know, some comps are different where they try to sheep the pally, fear the pally, stun them, anything like that. Just try to get them so that way they can't heal at all. I got this, that way once I'm out of those, or if I trinket or something like that, I can already have some kind of heal ready if somebody's taking a lot of massive amount of damage. I have some holy power already built up, it does help. I mean, the Hand of Protection, I use it, but I didn't see myself using it twice. Only in some situations I was able to, but a lot of situations I was not able to use it twice, so it really wasn't worth it. The Hand of Freedom is a good thing, 4 seconds, but with a Frost Mage and a lot of people knowing how to kite and stay away, I mean, it was pretty good. But if you're running a TSG, Hand of Freedom is really helpful, but it's only a 4-second increase. That is a substantial increase, but I didn't think it was necessary as a Holy Pally to get. Um, Let me get into my glyphs. I got the Glyph of Lord of Glory just to increase my healing done on my Word of Glory. That's really helpful. The Seal of Insight to increase my healing spells by the effect by 5%. I have Seal of Insight on at all times. And the critical strike chance of my Holy Shock increased by 5%. I wanted that so that way I have a greater chance of the Infusion of Light proccing. I got the Glyph of Beacon of Light in order to make my Beacon of Light cost no mana. That way if somebody takes it off, which I've seen priests just spam, Dispel Magic just to take it off, it costs them mana to cast Dispel Magic, costs me no mana to cast Beacon of Light, so that's pretty cool. I got Turn Evil only because of those pesky lock pets. They keep getting on me and they time their silences, and the Death Knight stuns from the pet. They were just annoying as all get out, so I decided, you know what, best thing to do, get rid of them, fear them, so that way my partners don't have to worry about one other thing to fear or, slow down or whatever, and I could still be able to heal pretty good. I got the Glyph of Divine Plea because if I do Divine Plea, I want the most mana I can get because that is a very crucial time to watch my partner's health and make sure it's a good time to use it because, 50% healing reduction when it's up, that's really just a killer. And I just got Glyph of Seal of Insight, Blessing of Might and Blessing of Kings. They're really not worth it, depends on what you want to get. Those are just kind of fun glyphs. Alright guys, this is my first video. I hope it helps some of you out with Holy Pally specking. Leave any comments, concerns, questions, anything like that in the comments box. And I will try to make more videos, hopefully of me playing my Holy Pally when I have a little bit more time. Until then, I will talk to you guys later. Have fun in Arena, and good luck.